Once upon a time, not so long ago, there was a hedgehog whose name was Brian. Brian lived in a cave deep in the forest, a dark and terrible place called the Weird Wild Wood. After dark, the forest would echo with howls and screams, and sometimes it seemed to Brian as if even the moon conspired against him. But the more afraid Brian became, the angrier he got. Until one night, frightened out of his wits, he turned himself into a terrifying monster. He put on weight, painted his face, and started insisting on being addressed as Balthazar the Berserker. But then a strange thing happened. Brian received an unexpected visitor. "Come any closer and I'll scratch your eyes out," he snarled angrily at the flickering eyes in the trees. "Brian?" whispered a voice. "Is that really you?" "Who the fuck are you calling Brian?" said Brian, as menacingly as he could manage. "Why, Brian, it is you." It was Harold, his brother, last seen by the road, walking with Mother a long time ago. He said, "I'm so happy I've found you, Brian, old chap. I've been terribly lonely and fancied a chat." But Brian had crossed that road and never looked back. He'd erased the memory and his soul was now black. "Harold, mate, I hate to be blunt, but look in the mirror, you prickly idiot. You're a worthless, pathetic, sniveling fool. I'd rather spend time with the worms in my stool." And with that, he chased him into the trees and over the dells, screaming, "I'll eat you for supper, or I'll meet you in hell!" But fate intervened, and Brian got lost. And to make matters worse, there was a treacherous fog. "Hello?" he cried. "Is anyone there?" But no one replied, and Brian got scared. And that's when he saw he wasn't alone. A small, crumpled body was lying in the road. "Why didn't you leave me?" said Brian, "and just let me die?" "You're my brother," said Harold. "How on earth could I?" And that's when they heard the pitiful cries of a very small hedgehog whose mother just died. And suddenly Brian just started to blub. He picked up the babe and gave it a hug. "This little thing, you know, reminds me of us. Left all alone when Mum caught that bus." "The spell has been broken," said Harold. "It's time to break free. You're not really a monster. You're a hedgehog. Like me."